I'm never surprised by anti-Second Amendment states passing anti-Second Amendment laws. States like California, New York, New Jersey, Illinois, just to name a few. But what I am surprised at is how they continue to get away with it, especially when there's challenges in federal courts. The one I really want to draw your attention to is the assault weapons ban in Illinois. Because as of now, if you live in the state of Illinois, you can no longer purchase any sort of rifle that has a pistol grip, takes a magazine, and is semi-automatic. You just can't do it anymore. They are banned from that state. Now, if you happen to own one already, you're going to have to register that thing by January 1st. And how you register it is you will have to submit an affidavit to the same account as your FOIC or firearm owner's ID card. And this affidavit has to include your name, your address, your age, as well as a sworn testimony that you have a lock for it. And then it is officially registered with the state of Illinois. So now, the problem that I have with this, again, is none of that surprises me. The thing that does surprise me is all the challenges in federal courts and how they're turning out. There was a Southern District of Illinois federal court that said, yes, it is a violation of your Second Amendment rights. However, two in the Northern District said, no, it does not violate your Second Amendment rights. So now all these cases are being consolidated and sent to the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals, and we'll see how that goes. But I do believe this is definitely going to make its way to the Supreme Court because it's such an extreme ban. But as of now, yeah, you have to register your rifles in the state of Illinois. Now, I will say, don't get rid of it, and kind of I'd wait a little bit. You have until January 1st of 2024. I wouldn't register it right away. I'd register it like on December 30th kind of thing. See how this turns out in the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals. But other than that, I think you're going to have to register it as long as you're going to stay in that state, is kind of your only solution right now as you wait out to see what takes place in that appeals court. And then, of course, I do believe regardless of how it turns out in appeals court, it is going to go to the Supreme Court after that. So, and that's good news. Bad news for Illinois residents, but I think good news in the long run for the entire nation. Kind of like the New York Rifle and Pistol Club, all those bans on allowing citizens to carry in New York was terrible, but it opened up the door to constitutional carry coast to coast because it made its way to the Supreme Court. And my hope, and I do believe this will make it to the Supreme Court, and that will then open up this federal law that says you cannot make people register their rifles. So any thoughts or insight on that, definitely put that below, especially any insights you might have. If you live in the state of Illinois and you're dealing with this, I'd particularly like your insight. Please put that below. Would like to take a moment and say, please consider being a patron of this channel. It greatly increases our ability to get these messages out as YouTube suppresses that. That link is below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. And never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.